Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. What's up? What's the guys, welcome back to the playthrough. Today, we're gonna talk about not belonging anywhere on the earth. Fuck the earth. We love it. Guys, we are faced with more problems with our elf friend here. So let's try to work through them. Let us do our best to work through them here with Buddy. He has a name now too. His name is Happa. Because he is what is happening to us. All right, so we're running off, or she's running off. What we're doing here today? We're going to talk to our quest giver, which is actually Happa. And what we're doing is actually going to try to create a dish for her with our buddy here, because he still doesn't feel truly at home. And this is what I'd say is your solution if you feel like you do not belong anywhere. It is to give. Keep on giving. You're not supposed to take your spots, forcibly, essentially. That's not the way to do it. In my opinion, that's just gonna disconnect your ass even more, right? So Happa realizes that this hospitality has been going crazy, and they still feel like they don't really belong here, which is fair. They didn't really do much to create their place in this world. They just kind of showed up, and then they're like, he's here, so we have to love him. But that's not how you foster real love or growth. It has to be a giving and taking process, right? It's got to be exchanges of equivalent exchange, right? And so, um, I'd say the main way to feel like you belong is to give. And that's the thing, guys. You have to give what you feel like you are able to give. Some people, we are so broke that all we can really give is our authentic presence, our good vibes. And for you guys out there who watch streams and want to help your favorite Oshi, your favorite streamer, sometimes that's all you can do. You can just be there. You can provide a view. You can provide a view, and if you're on YouTube, you can provide a like, and that is more than enough. But for people who can give more, they decide to do donations, or they decide to make things. They decide to help with different business applications or connections, or whatever they can. And that's the main thing, is giving where you can and holding back when you can't. But you also have to realize that not belonging anywhere is kind of a gift. It's kind of a holy thing to hold on to. um it's something that a lot of people can't say that they feel, because many people just decide to conform, or it's not even really like a decision. They're used to conforming. And so they tend to just automatically give away parts of themselves and parts of themselves until they don't know who themselves is, but they, I'm here, I belong to this thing, right? Just a bunch of lost people collectively zombifying themselves and drowning in whatever pleasures that are a part of the group, you know, which of course can be fun, can be a good ass time. I tell you what, good ass time. I tell you what. But as far as productive, as far as fueling your purpose, like what I was talking about in the last one, driving you towards something that really matters, um, it won't be that good, right? But yeah, what we just did here with our buddy Happa is we went to the miasma pool and we got, something to help them probably be good, but it went bad. It went wrong. Oh no. Your stomach okay? Yeah, okay, it's fine. No, we're fine. We can have some more. So yeah, that's the thing. We went there, and we got those disturbing mushrooms. But our doctor is it's got a strong stomach, so it didn't really hurt them that much. But you got to realize, guys, you should not and you cannot go through these horrible, horrible trials and tribulations just to belong somewhere. That's not how it works, right? Like, we got to give what we can already give. We can't go out of our way to give crazy things that are, far out of our reach of our expanse. Now, what we're going to discover is that Happa actually has an affinity for miasma, so he can wander through it fairly easily. Of course, it still hurts him a little bit, but that's why that's acceptable for him to give what he gave to her, right? With the mushrooms that were trapped in miasma. But at the same time, we have to be careful, And now, this is sort of leading into our next quest. Because the miasma is spreading so much, what they're going to do is they're going to cut down the great tree because they're so smart. They're so smart. But we'll get into why they're doing that soon. Soon. And why, of course, that isn't a good idea. But, I mean, like, that's the thing, man. Whenever bad things are happening and you are the king, you are the leader, you got to do something. You can't just leave these questions unanswered and have your people, be like, what the fuck is going on here? No, man. A move has to be made, which is why I understand, and to a certain extent. But it's a true mark of a good king to make the move, even though you don't understand. But at the same time, when understanding is found, you openly and honestly change your decisions. You do different things, You alter the plan. A lot of kings are too, I'd say, prideful of their intellect, their decision making. Right? You got to be humble and be like, you know what? I'm just a person, just like you're just a person. I could have made the wrong move at any point, and anybody else can show me the light of the good move. It could be the dumbest person in the room. Could just be like, but wait, what if we do this? You know what they say? Broken clock is right twice a day, right? So, never ever be so set in your ways that you can't be convinced that the other side has merit. Indeed. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. This quest of not belonging has been completed. This is gonna be starting soon with the rambunctious seas of the great tree. I hope you guys are gonna be along with me for that one. Where we figure out why the miasma is spreading. Hopefully, we'll figure out how to solve this, and get back to regular regular elf activities. Anyways, that's enough for me. That's enough for Koopa, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Somebody real is a fucking problem. Bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve it.